Diary of Dark One's Son is a look into the thoughts, opinions, and experiences of a young black man who is wrestling with the tough task of trying to make something out of himself in a very racist and hateful environment. It covers in detail the thoughts of a man as he observes and eventually learns how to cope and deal with the world around him. It is a story of a man who, while beset with many obstacles, learns how to overcome them in order to accomplish his goals and aspirations. This book is not for the faint of heart, and the opinions that are shared in this book can be deemed very offensive to some readers. If you think that you will be offended by the opinions shared in this book, the answer is simple. This is not the book for you. This book is merely the opinions of one man, and it should be taken as such. However, if you really wish to gain insight into the thoughts of a young black male in today's society, then look no further. Read this book. Excerpt from the book. From the chapter, Am I Visible or What? One day when I was walking home from school, I came across this other brother who was walking my way. In his eyes, I could see the sadness, the same sadness that was in mine. I knew exactly what was going through his mind too. He was feeling like an absolute nobody. How did I know, you ask? Because I was feeling the same way at the moment right when I walked past him. Have you ever felt, if you are a black man reading this, that you were invisible to the world? Not because you want to be, but because people refuse to acknowledge your presence. Read more when you purchase this book. This book can be purchased from lulu.com.
Hello everyone, it's me, Demetra K of the Demetra K Show here on YouTube and a proud contributor of the African Diaspora News Channel and the African Diaspora News Insider. If you could please do me a favor and subscribe to all channels and like this video, I would greatly appreciate it. So this story I'm about to tell you happened about a month or so ago to this point. And so a woman by the name of Angela Tremonte met a man online, a police officer to be exact. They met on Instagram and they chatted for a few months before they decided to meet. And so she flew from Massachusetts to Arizona to meet him, you know, and to go hiking the next day. And so they went hiking in Camelback Mountain, where it was supposed to be very hot. They said it was about 105 degrees when they were in the trail hiking and all of that. And so other hikers who were there on a bachelor party, I guess hiking thing, said they saw them and it didn't seem like they were getting along very well. And so they also said that they saw her turn around. I guess she was complaining that it was hot, right? Now, neither her or the police officer, Dario Dizdar, had any water. Now, her family said that's kind of odd because, you know, she was a health nut and all that and was very adamant about staying hydrated. So they, you know, can't figure out why they didn't have water hiking on such a hot day. And so anyway, the police officer, Dario, said, you know, he didn't know what happened to her. And so he, being a police officer, her family believes that they are covering up maybe some foul play because on one hand, he said to, I guess, the paramedics that, I hike here all the time. And then another time he said that it was his first time hiking there. So it was a lot of contradiction as to whether he had been there or not. And so unfortunately they did find her body. Now the coroners said that they did an autopsy, but they are not going to release any of the findings, but they did rule out foul play. But her family's like, nah, some ain't right with this at all. And I agree, something does smell really foul with this case. But I would say this to you ladies, and men too, because, you know, men get set up all the time on the internet and all that. Be careful who you meet online. You know, like her family was saying, well, she felt it was safe because he was a police officer and she wouldn't be in any harm. And I'm like, really? I mean, you thought the safest person to be around was a police officer? Yeah, okay. So anyway, hopefully they find out what's really going on in this case. And if it is some foul play, that officer will be held accountable for the death of Angela Tremonte. So for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra K Show, here on YouTube. Peace.
250 years of slavery, 100 years of Jim Crow, sharecropping, the Ku Klux Klan, lynchings, bombings, mass incarceration, the separation and destruction of the black family. All of that has had an effect on our mind. Our mind needs to be decolonized. We today are experiencing mental slavery, not physical slavery as once our ancestors had to endure. In my book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, we take you through every step to start releasing the chains that's on your mind. He or she who controls the mind control the person. It is in a vested interest of the white supremacist system to keep your mind bogged down in a mental slavery, throwing entertainment, throwing drugs, throwing alcohol, anything they can at you to keep you bogged down. You got to free yourself from mental slavery by purchasing our book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, today on Amazon. Make sure you share it with your family, share it with your friends. Everyone can benefit from decolonizing the mind, because once your mind is decolonized, you will never be put to sleep again.